All right, welcome guys to BDE versus DD. Incredible matchup coming on here. Just a bunch of shooters on all sides of this matchup. K-Fan, Blueies, Yucky. Just those three are insane. We have Raze as well as here. And on the other side, I mean, what do you need to say? These guys, a bunch of the players here ended up going really, really deep last NA season. 229 or Natalie specifically being a key factor in that 3T team that ended up making it to third. So gonna see how this ends up playing out. But starting off, we have 3 people on A for a default on attack side. Yucky kind of posturing forward. Let's see if Rhymes's spot is going to be caught out on a bit of an off angle. Is Yucky going to be aware of this? Especially with the Viper wall going up, Rhymesy has to be aware. Could win his team the round, and they are aware. So, big kill here. That opens up the A site, and it looks like they hear the rope and rotates being called over. So, are they going to contest this? It looks like yes. But no, they're going to start rotating back everybody else. Yucky is here with the insert. Gets his one as the insert, and that's more than enough. That's all the info they need. And now you can see on the B site, we have K-Fan going up for the lurk with all that space taken, which is huge because now they know nobody CT, don't have to be aware of that. And really, it just comes down to watching for that heaven fight. So in a 2v3 situation here, how is Caden going to make his way past K-Fan here? It looks like they're just going to take a 2v1 here, but posturing together. Natalie and Caden trying to fight. The Phoenix volley will be huge to separate 229 back, and that's perfect. Raze and K-Fan just taking out 229 from the fight, not allowing her to contest, and it looks like it'll be just up to 229 to try to save this round, but they're not giving her any opportunities, just messing with her. She gets one though. Viper Molly down on the spike, and it looks like there's no time, just jumping around at this point, hoping you'll get a kill, but that's Raze, shuts that one down, and very nice clean pistol on the side of BDE.
P10 already happening after the first round. Oh. Yo! What is K-Fan doing?
What do you think of that first round, Ollie? What did you see that you think, I mean, the side of DD could have done better there to try to maybe avoid that collapse on A site there?
Honestly, what I noticed about this round is that BDE went for like a fake there and brought everybody from DD to A site, and then just allowed Blueies to plant at B and K-Fan and Raze to hold it down for the team.
Yeah, definitely. I think if they're gonna play a site like that in their gun round, where they're kind of just leaving Rhymesy on an island, just praying that he gets 1 or 2, and then maybe able to get out, maybe just gets in for the team. It puts a lot onto Rhymesy there as a player, right? Especially when you're going for an off angle like that. Like, I don't know, interesting kind of situation there. Trusting Rhymesy there, it not ending up working out. Rhymesy's off angle getting caught by the awareness of Yucky and the Blues together, and that basically wins the round because they pull so many rotates. Now, as a reminder, whoever wins this match will end up going to the grand finals. So there is a lot on the line here, but also a second chance for these teams if they do end up losing.
A whole bunch of the team is splitting up, but mostly going to B side.
I like this from... Oh, go for it.
K-Fan against enemy. See what happens here. Some shots fired, but
going up.
Nothing too good.
Big over here from K-Fan, buying the beat, something that, you know, might not be bought that often in pro play, but in this level of play in VCC, a lot of the times people can't end up getting those headshots that cleanly, so you do end up getting a lot of value with it, especially on these second rounds, and trying to bring it into that third round. And again, we have the slow A click from BDE, and they're gonna go pop out. Yucky going into heaven. Make sure not to give that gun over. Gets his one. Back off. No, he doesn't, but he gets the second just swinging through the smoke. Confidence is really high right now for Yucky, especially after getting that opening last round. So Yucky with the 2, in a 3v5 on an eco, but Rhymesy and 229 end up getting 2 in heaven, make it a 2v3. This is winnable if they can collect those guns. Will BDE allow them to do that? Is the question. And it looks like no, Blues will come in with the Stinger, clean that right up.
Great round by BDE, putting on that pressure onto DD, keeping the same momentum they had from last round. I mean, they showed this last game where they kept on the pressure, and that's what let them win last game.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, I'll be interested to see what the switch up is here from the side of BD. We'll see kind of what their plan is on their first round, where they're gonna have full rifles, and what can BDE do in terms of damage or even pull away the round. It looks like there'll be a big fight here going on in B main, pushing off any of that line. So huge there for them. Being able to get that B main space is really big, especially because K-Fan on that Phoenix wants to get his ult orbs starting to get cycled. Looks like Yucky's posturing towards mid. The stage wall is down, so that is a threat that DD needs to be careful of, and it looks like they definitely are. 3 people kind of pushing up into this mid space, wanting to fight for it. And Yucky gets the opener again. That is 3 first bloods in 3 rounds this game for Yucky. An absolute menace on the stage right now. And Penguin gets his own, gets the trade back in mid, but look at where Raze is going. If Caden isn't aware of this flank by Raze, this timing could be huge.
No charges.
But looks like he is. Throws the tether to try to catch any info, but it's not good enough clearance. And Raze able to get the opener onto A. Are they going to be aware of Penguin?
Spike down mid.
It looks like it won't matter. 229 just takes a peek through a smoke. He goes that and ends up taking out the bomb, Yucky, and 2. Now on the backside of 229, there is Flame. Gets 2 back, and it's up to Raze here. Flame throws a paranoia into that, but not aware, and Penguin holds it down in mid, gets 3. Penguin and 229 with an incredible mid hold there. The Sage and Omen coming together in Vents and B Heaven, locking down that space.
Honestly, it just... I mean, great plays by both BD and DD. I mean, Flames getting the 2K could brought him back into the game. Just bad shots by both team, by BD mostly. I mean, Yucky getting the first kill, but just never keeping on that pressure.
Yeah, it looks like K-Fan was a bit disconnected on that fight there when he peeked through. He was able to get that trade. But this time, K-Fan gets the wall-hitting headshot, so LB9 is pretty low. It looks like he's going for that first one. But Hayden rips Yucky and Blues' head off through the top of that Viper wall. Really nice job knowing how that angle works and just completely destroying. And Emmy on the other side, taking out Raze. Now in a 2v5 situation, it looks almost lost. Unless Flame or K-Fan can get a little pick here from an overextension. Looks like 229's going to go for it and just get 2. And that's a flawless on the side of DD. Just pushing forward. As soon as they get the rifles on, they are playing incredibly well, just not losing these duels.
Going for an all-out B hit. Never mind. Raze going. Oh, she's setting down her wall. His wall.
Yeah, interesting from Raze. They put down the A lurk wall here, and then it looks like they're going 5 through mid. Seems like they want to just run through this Sage wall. So point of contention, right? 229 and Penguin ending up being able to just hold down that mid space in the 3rd round. Oh my god, Emmy just rips Bluey's and Flame's head off, just walking through that B main space, clearing it for him, and then just disrespecting everything. Basically shuts this round down. It looks like, unless some heroics happen on a 3v5, we'll just have to go next. So K-Fan does get a wall bang on Rhymesy, but Again, it's 229 in mid on that Sage, just not allowing anything to pass through. This is 229 space, and she will not
Player
let you go
standing.
through. Incredible work by Emmy as well in that B main space, and it just feels like BDE can't get any pressure other than on A. And Emmy with the 4K, flawless on the eco. Really, really nice job from the side of DD. But again, that was an eco. This is the round they're going to have to lock it in because these ults are starting to come up on the side of BDE.
I mean, uh, nothing I can really say about this round. I mean, DD did have the better guns in this, so it was expected for them to win this round.
As a reminder, this is a BDE map. Oh, sorry, this is BDE's map, and BDE picked defense. So you can kind of see why they picked defense. So incredibly good at controlling that space. But Yucky with the opener again. 4th round now, where Yucky has gotten the opener for his team. And will now be put into a 5v4 retake using those ultimates we talked about, right? The Phoenix ult, Raze ult, to try to open this round up, and it looks like it's worked. How is DD going to get back in? Raze going to go for very, very late work, it looks like. So the question will just be, can you stall for Raze? It looks like Caden's going to be looking for him. The timing is insane there. And now this Raze is going to be closing this round as long as everyone on BDE can just survive for a little bit longer. Rhymesy stunned up by the dog. Yucky cleans him up. 229 dies to Yucky, and Yucky gets 3 this round on the retake. Another one cleaned up in heaven. Incredible job by BDE using that ult cycle to just give them a free round. And Yucky being the star on this team. So many first bloods and a triple this round to try to send it through.
I mean, he's doing very well. Like last match, he's pushing up the tempo, getting most of the kills, closing out the game. And then it's the opposite from last map where Yucky was just the second one. He was getting kills, but not as impactful.
Yeah, it looks like Yucky's going to use that confidence, try to push forward here. Goes for the fade. Over there. And now 229 takes a duel with Kfin in mid. And again, you cannot get through this Sage. 229 shuts down yet another attempt at trying to push through this mid Sage wall. It is 229's world in mid, and you cannot get through it. They are going to have to figure out something on BDE to try to get this mid space, or just have to 5-man hit like they did last round to do anything in this map. And 229 with a 3K is going to send another round for DD.
It's just, I mean, good kills by DD. I mean, just shutting down BDE's best player so far, Yucky. And then it sends a team into a panic because most of the players are dead, so they have to get down to a site, get a plant down, and get some kills in. But they just couldn't do any of that.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to have to be forced on an eco again. So what are they going to do this round? It looks like they're going to send again on the eco, try to go towards mid. Emmy uses an ult this round, gets a pick, but I don't know if you're going to want to be Sova ulting on an eco specifically. But I mean, you get the kill, get the opener. Nice work from Emmy getting that kill, especially just dry Sova ulting. And Penguin's going to be in mid again. And 229 gets another one in mid. You cannot stop 229 and Penguin in mid. And 229 with another. The flank coming, crunching onto Raze. Looks like Raze's time is nigh. But Raze is hiding. If Raze can get 1 or 2, it's already a pretty good round in terms of trying to get some value back. But even then, the money is so high on the side of DD. Does it even matter? And it looks like Caden's not going to be diligent. Nope. Caden will raise down another flawless on the side of DD. What are they going to do about this Sage in mid? Because it has been tearing them up. And especially with 4 ults on the board for the defense side, they have a lot of power to answer whatever BDE is about to pull off.
Honestly, if I was them, I would mostly try to avoid 229, by the way, she's holding down mid, and
Yeah.
I mean they did when they won the first 3 rounds. They didn't really pay attention to 229.
Wow. Flame aware of almost looks like preemptively Omen TP'd for that fade sees nade combo that just got thrown, and K-Fan gets an opener. This is huge, right? A lot of the reason why 229 and Penguin have been so successful is because they've had the anchors on A and B able to kind of just sit there and not have to rotate over to help with any pressure on the sites. So now 229 kind of forced back, but it looks like BDE doesn't really care about mid. Kind of saying doing what you're saying, just going forward and just trying to hit an A site, because that's exactly where they got their wins in the first place.
Kaden could get some picks here. I mean, never mind. Yeah, K-Fan pops his all, gets one. Ramsey gets one on Raze. Good pick by Blueies. Yucky with the kill on Rames. 229 with the trade on Yucky. Oh my god. Yon could get the kill. He gets one. He just did not know that Emmy's up there. Well, now they do. They'll just over adult. Let's see. 2v1. Let's see what Emmy can do in this situation. But Yon closes it out for BDE.
Yeah, I mean, K-Fan with the 4K willing
K-Fan.
his team back into this game. What a play being made by K-Fan there.
Yeah. I mean, just a great round. Great round by BDE. K-Fan getting a 4K out of it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so right now, looks like we're on radio mode. Stream is currently black, but I mean, right now we have 4 members of BDE posturing towards mid and B. Raze going on that standard fight alert, and he gets a big pick in B main. Rhymesy shoots Flame down in mid, and the stage wall is open.
Enemy remaining.
But it's just the mid hold. BDE cannot do anything about this mid stage wall. And again, to be fair, DD did end up putting 3 people towards mid there and do a 1-3-1 setup. But when your one on B site is just getting 2 in Emmy, and you can't take any space in the mains, you can't take any space in mid, what are you meant to do? They have to figure out either how to overload one of the sides, which is how they got those rounds on A, or what they're going to do to shut down this stage in mid. Because right now they're going really fast, and it's not working for them. A slower pace might work, but they're going to have to make that adjustment. And it looks like their answer is, we're going to punish Emmy for fighting forward. 5 people right now posturing towards B and mid. K-Fan taking an aggressive fight on Emmy. Emmy backing up. And already BDE taking space in B main. But this is just an eco. So even though they're kind of being aggressive here, on the eco, will it really matter? Kind of really disadvantaged already. So 229, interestingly, through that wall really, really early. But so now it's down. And Penguin having to invest a smoke in there to be able to kind of cover up that gap when you have a hole in the mid stage wall. So Emmy, again, on that anchor on B site, just gets another pick on Raze. Emmy hunting forward, looking for a kill, gets another in Yucky, backing up. Not going to go for the third, but Blueies wants to take her on. Blueies with 3 bullets in his Guardian. If he reloads, he makes noise, and he looks like he will. Penguin messing with K-Fan on the rope, doing a jiggle. And it looks like they're going to give up that mid space, leave Emmy on an island, and that might be a mistake. Flame able to get a pick on Emmy. But that's K-Fan in the vents, completely whiffing on a standing still Omen. Used his ult, and we did get a view of that, but K-Fan dropped into vents on an Omen who was ulted and had no gun out and just whiffed. But Bluey's trying to make it back. What a shot from Penguin. Rips Bluey's head off. It's all up to Flame. With his head poking, Bluey's gets 3 and closes the round. 7-4, DD.
Thanks. Shame. I love explosions.
I just great
Last
round by
round in
BDE
the
getting
half.
their shots down, and BDE, I mean, on an eco, but still could have done something. I mean, K-Fan could have killed Penguin during his ult, but whiffed every shot. We couldn't get a view of that, but
Yeah, I
could
mean,
hear the
that could have
Omen
been
ult.
huge, right? The Omen ult ended up being used as well there. K-Fan able to get a gun, hold that mid space. It could have been so pivotal for that round, but instead, the whiff ends up giving BD all of that mid space, and they just get collapsed on with the weaker guns. So Emmy again going to be fighting up here, going for a 1-2-1 this time, but the value of the stage playing mid is that this is so close, and looks like Yucky is going to be killed with that Wraith ult that he throws out. 229 just jumping out. Two people now out. Penguin down. Dead. Penguin trying to swap the skin. Kills. But 229 just anchors the B site and takes 3 out. Oh my god. This stage
Switching
is
sides.
ruining the side of BDE.
I mean, BD going for a B hit here. I'm considering going to A. I mean,
Yeah.
only Rays and Blueies at B site.
So as a part of the lag gang team that kind of made the VCC Sage comp, I will say it does really fall off in this attack side because you don't get nearly as much value from the Sage unless you're like able to get through. So if BDE is able to fight up in these lanes and they play their 1-1-3 successfully, then it could be really, really good to try to make a comeback. But it is 4-8, and BD already has full blue heavy control with 3. And Yucky just getting caught out by Caden, aware of the bench peak. And it's Raze getting 1, Raze gets 2, Flame gets another, kind of shutting this down. 4v2 now, up to 229, the hero of this map so far. But Caden's going on hunt, gets 1. Caden caught out in the open. 229 goes to the trade, but it's Withy, and it's Raze on the B anchor side. The anchor's doing so much work in this game. First, the side of Emmy, now it's Raze. Let's see if that continues for the rest of this half. 5-8.
I mean, a lot of body shooting. Something must have happened behind the scenes. Could be just a friendly trash talk, or could be something that happened.
Yeah, it looks
Going
like
for-
they're going to just go 5 mid. Interesting, look at Penguin here with his Omen Paranoia setup. Catches Yucky with the Paranoia setup. How many can Yucky get, though? It looks like he's going to have to give up all of that headspace. Prowler Dog is well invested here. They're just running them down. But Yucky's able to be there with Blueies. Gets 1. A big smoke from the side of Flame really just stifles this push. And you can see they're kind of separated now. Yucky going for hunting. Gets 1. And it looks like it'll just be a cleanup. Emmy gets 1, trying to jump around. Full flash, though. Can't do anything. And K-Fan gets 2. And also, with the defuse, is now going to be 5 out of 6 on that Phoenix ult. A crucial part of this comp.
I mean, it was a very good push by DD. They got Heaven down. They got the plant down. It was just they had worse guns compared to BDE, and BDE just pulled off that and won the round.
I just fought together really well. Didn't get pulled in by the aggression on the side of DD. And it looks like aggression is going to be the name of the game on their rifle round. 5-man stack towards A. We do have BDE set up with their 2 duelists in the sky here. No, it looks like K-Fed's going to go towards mid. So only going to be Yucky here with the Spectre. Blueies as well, but kind of backed up. And we can see K-Fan's rotating, so aware of the hit, but good rotate from the side of DD, realizing that their initial hit got stifled by that Sky Flash. So now, just completely rotating. Raze ends up pushing really far, gets a lot of info for his team. But that Skybird that Blueies just threw will get info in A main. So maybe going to give a little bit of false info, making them think that DD still wants to hit A. But it looks like doubled up in heaven. This is going to be an A heaven crunch. K-Fan rips the head off. The Blueies goes down. And it'll all be up to Yucky. 4v1 on site here. Yucky with a Spectre, a Raze nade, and 2 satchels. What can he do? Gets one, backs up, back behind the wall, and isn't able to get a second, but it's really nice that he gets one, and Flame's able to trade another. Nathan pops that Phoenix ult, gets another as well on site, kills the bomb planter, and now it's a 1v3. K-Fan still with a flash to go. Everyone approaching on all sides. Flame with a bait TP, figures out Rhymesy's position. Rhymesy gets one, but it's a Raze trade, and that will be a clean round on the side of BDE. A really, really important one, especially because now they're going to start to snowball that econ.
I mean, another great defensive round by BDE, getting free picks out of that with the worst weapons, and DD just being shut out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice call to try to go back through mid, but Raze is so huge there. Again, getting so much value, realizing that there's nobody through B main, so they're able to instantly call that rotate and just catch everybody unawares. Emmy with the first pick on K-Fan. Kaden as well on the weaker guns, able to shut down Yucky. 3v5 now, and it looks like DD has all of the A site. But Raze able to get a trade back in B main. So that'll be the Raze down, but Bluey's not aware of how much space DD has taken. Gets caught out by Kaden almost in his own spawn. So it'll just be up to Raze and Flame to try to win this one back. And Flame is going hunting. 229 takes the duel with a Marshall. Whiffs the first. Hits one. And it's up to Flame. Flame able to get one, but really low health. Raze gets another. It was Kaden with 3. Kaden gets shut down. 1v1 now on site. And we can see it's Raze versus Emmy. Emmy, both the anchors, kind of up one-on-one against each other, but Emmy takes the peak, and that'll be a thrifty on the side of DD. Incredible work by them, just forcing through the defense on BDE and just not letting any pressure up. Just getting the picks is so huge there, especially with the weaker weapons. And now that snowball of econ that we were talking about is really stifled. Especially with the attack side having the Sova Fatal, going a double initiator comp. You have both ults up. This could be a really, really pivotal round if they're able to convert this one and crush BDE's econ. It looks like there'll be a lot of fighting over in A main. Skyflash is going to get pings. So, able to see that there are, it's a 1-1-3 setup. Raze and Emmy, the two anchors fighting together on B main though, and Emmy wins out. That'll be huge. And especially because Emmy's rotating back to A main. I love this call from Emmy. Grouping up on A, especially when you know there is a weakness on B. So you bait the rotate out, which you can see, right? Flame in the mid, Raze in heaven now having to watch B. And it's only 2 on site. And even though K-Fan's able to get one back, there's just not enough people, there's not enough resources you're able to devote to holding these sites. And now with the really aggressive, fast-paced comp of DD, they're able to take site, and now it's a 2v4. What can Yucky do? Has the Raze ult if he wants to invest that. And gets one. Nice flick back. If Flame's able to get this one at 229, it's definitely a very winnable round. Able to get one. Yucky invests the ult. Emmy down. Are they aware of the Heaven Peak, though? No, they're not. Penguin rips Yucky's head off unawares. And now it'll be Flame versus Penguin. Flame taps bomb. Holding. Gets off at half. Smoke's still down. It's up to Penguin spam. Flame taps. Holding. What is Penguin gonna do? Is he ready? He gets it! Flame holds it down. Penguin unable to get the kill. Barely any time left on the clock. What a play by Flame. Sticks it through, trusts his instinct, and with the smoke down, they get the round. You steal it right out of Penguin's hands.
I mean, oh my god, I mean, he just doesn't even think about going back for the fight. He just sticks it. Puts it in a position, trying to think, as the enemy thinking, enemy would think he's more in the back, but he tries to go more up front, so Penguin want to shoot there. But 229 with a pick on Raze, going for an all-out bullshit. Yucky there by himself currently. Gets the kill on Kaden. 229 does survive.
Last player standing.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's 229 and Rhymesy's together. Dual-pronged attack, that battle sage on attack gets it done, even though BDE able to take that last round. All the momentum's now back on DD, just showing you how potent their attack is when you don't have a Sentinel on the BDE side to stall.
No, and then I think they go back for B or mid hit. They might split up again.
Yeah, and especially they haven't invested those ults on attack side yet, right? You have the Raze ult, Fade ult, Sov ult. All three of those can kind of be comboed to just blow up a site. So we'll see what Flame can do here. Lone Anchor into what looks like it'll be a 5-man or a 4-man hit. Maybe one stays mid. And it looks like that'll be exactly what's going to happen. Raze and Flame sitting here. Boombot doesn't tag Flame, to be fair, but on the weaker weapons, you can see Raze has a shorty. Flame has a classic. What can they really do? And Kaden gets the kill on Flame to open up this new site. Oh, what an angle from Rhymesy. Just styling on Yucky. And if Raze can get one, it's already nice. Raze only able to get one, though. But with the shorty, don't expect much more. Bluey's able to get one to try to boost up that econ, get the Skyle online, but not going to be that round win. 11-8 on the side of DD. What will BDE do to try to win this one back? The good thing for them is Raze did use that rocket on this round, so unable to kind of have that really fast threat that you can use, right? If you pop that Fatal with the silence, you can now pop that Raze ult. They're not aware of that, but you still have the threat of the Sov ult here, and there's still 3-man stacking A, and it's going to be, it looks like, a mid-split from B mid, and nobody's sitting on A. So Blue Slash attacks no one. They're able to kind of start sending resources. Blue pops that Skyle. Raze with the Viper pit in the mid is caught out from the dog. Gets a little bit of spam down, but gets Rhymesy through his pit. That's a huge kill, and now all be up to Flame. How many can Flame get anchoring on the site? And it looks like Flame will just be backing up as much as he can, trying to give his team the advantage in a 5v4. Flame still is Omen Paranoia up, has one smoke left. Bomb is not down yet. So, with that tap, it'll probably be Yucky rotating over. Right now it's a 4v4 if DD tries to fight up, but it looks like that is not what they will be doing. Kaden holding out the Phoenix ult for the anti-flood, but it looks like the Phoenix ult is just trying to force through it anyways. Kaden gets one through heaven. Phoenix ult able to get value. Kaden gets another. Kaden gets another. Kaden with 3 on this flood.
One enemy
And Raze tagged out by the Fade Eye. Fade gets that Phoenix in heaven, and Kaden with 4 anchoring down. That is the name of the game for this DD team. You cannot stop them once they have the space, and BDE down 8-12 is going to call a timeout as a last chance Hail Mary.
I mean, DD just going on the straight offensive 2 times going on B, but BDE decides to put 3-man on A. I mean, DD's been just hitting B this whole time. I mean, it's just bad looks by BDE.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, right, a lot of the value you kind of get with this comp is that fighting A, because you have the Sky, you have a Phoenix, you have a Raze, you're able to really fight up in this open area. But if your Viper and Omen don't have the stalling power to be able to fight against double Initiator, right, and Sage as well, who has the slow orbs to be able to just exec slight with the Raze, it ends up just being a flood for flood. And when you have DD in this form where they're just killing you when they're able to sit down and anchor, your comp doesn't work for you. And now it looks like DD's going to go for an interesting look here, switching it up out of the timeout, going for a 4-man A hit. And the switch on the side of BDE, it looks like, is just going to be the Viper now playing double on site with the Omen, and they're going to full give mid. That's very interesting. So, not full give, right? Yucky's now moved over, but they're now doing a 2-1-2 on the defender side. On the attacker side, you have Emmy playing that lurk position again, trying to catch out Raze. Emmy's going to go wandering, so get some B main space. That's really good info for that attack side. But it looks like they're just going to try to force through. K-Fan with 1, able to shut down the smokes. That's huge as well. Solo smokes, double Initiator. You don't really have space if you're able to hold it. But Raze is looking the wrong way. Emmy gets a huge pick and opens up the map if DD want to, and Kaden gets K-Fen on the way out. It's just an all-out collapse on the side of BDE, and Emmy has all the space in the world right now to work with. All of B site being held down, being aware, right? Don't want to throw the game away because you just want to force way too far deep. So really love this patience from Emmy, just playing with her team, waiting for the three other members to meet up. And now, if they want to push deeper, they can. But in a 4v3,
Spike
when you're
planted.
anchored this well, I think I would just hold down. Skydog going out for Doom, trying to get some information. Looks like it'll just be some vision seen on the stage 229. Double satchel out, flame out, Kaden knocks one down, Rhymesy knocks one down, Rhymesy knocks
Attackers
two
win.
down, 13-8 for DD. BDE absolutely collapsed after what 229 started to do in mid, got the pistol, and it was just nothing good came after that. Valiant effort from Yucky and the Phoenix, 4 first bloods from Yucky, 3 first bloods from K-Fan, but just not able to convert those into rounds.
Alright, good shit, Garrett. Good shit. Garrett, do you want a partner, bro? I'm here for the second map. Do you want a partner, bro? I'm here for the second map. Here, Garrett. When we do it, we're gonna do it like this, okay? I want to do like round by round, okay? Like you just do one round, I do the next, right? And then for like big moments, like clutches and shit, I want you, okay? Bro, Garrett, I forget.
Well, guys, welcome back to Map 2, BDE versus DD. I mean, Map 1 was, it felt like a slaughter almost with how well the players on DD were playing. But it is a new map. This is now BDE, not BDE selection, right? So they're going to have to take a map off of DD's pick on this Lotus. But they do get the choice of attack, and it looks like they're going to go for an interesting comp here. Go for the double duelist with the Vice. We'll see what they can do with it. On the other side, we have a Chamber, Reyna, interestingly enough, and a Raze. So really unique selections here. And already on C site, we have a 5-man hit going. Chamber having to use that TP on Caden. The double satchel on Raze going up into sight. And Bluey's able to get that space with that Omen TP. So fully able to get that space and see what are they going to do. The door is opening on their back, so they are getting crunched. When you get crunched, the correct answer is to try to push forward into one location. Are they going to do that or just sit down and take it? Looks like Flame's going to get some shots on that side of Caden. So Chamber goes down, but it's traded back. 4v3 now on attack. Some low health bars, though. Vice really low. Flame taken down by that Reyna. And K-Fan very low as well. Able to get one, though. Bluey's able to get one as well. And now it's up to Yucky. If he can get that final kill, yes, he can. And that'll be the pistol round for BDE. A nice start for what looked like a very sad series on that flip.
BDE getting some momentum now. It's like, if I were them, I'd play kind of slow. See, like, if people are defaulting a little bit. Caden, gonna take the push onto the B angle though. Will you run into K-Fan?
Find you.
Just want to send it C real quick. Caden finds the kill onto K-Fan. It's now a 4v5. BDE feeling the pressure. Double walk up from A now. Raze taking his face, has to run into C. They need to fight something, has to judge in smoke. Spotted by Emmy, gets the trade though. Open door, Natalie finds the first pick. Onto Flame. 4v3 retake. Will they clear Yucky in the corner? They do the one, it's just Raze and play. Bluey's holding the cross. Line coming in. Judge close. Raze! All alone. Full util and the judge. Ramsey and Penguin. They tap the bomb. And that will be the eco.
Wow.
Very clean, very clean. What do you think that that BDE did wrong right there, Garrett?
Yeah, I mean, the 4-man flank was really nice, but I mean, I don't know what they're doing. They're just playing so disconnected from each other. Right, of course, K-Fan losing that duel in B is going to be bad. They're still very salvageable, but they just got 4-man flanked and never actually gave Yucky the help he needed. No blinds, no space at all, no one really baiting for him to get off that angle. So even though he could have gotten 4 there, just ends up getting traded after only 1. And that looks like on that anti-eco, it'll be BDE sort of setting up with a 1-4. So not going to send anyone towards B, but they are going to let K-Fan take this duel against Chamber. This was what won DD the last round. It looks like Caden's just going to win again against K-Fan. So able to take some A main space, but with the lurk down, there's really no other answer other than just force yourself into B or hit A. And it looks like DD knows exactly that. They have 3 people postured up here. But Raze gets 1. Penguin, though, with the judge. Raze gets 2 with the shotgun. And now that'll be some guns down. Really nice as well because you have the shotguns on for this retake. Yucky gets some damage down into heaven on the side of Natalie's Reyna. Just stalling out with that Ares. Gets around, and now it's a 3v3. 2 shotguns and Ares on the side of BDE. Can they hold this down? Not really in the best spots for Yucky, so Yucky's going to have to take a peek. It looks like he feels the pressure coming onto him. Yucky, unable to get one. 229 healing back up after that kill, even though there's good damage done. Bluey gets one with the Stinger. Can he get another?
Player standing.
It looks like yes. 229, all up to her now. With the Vandal down, the better gun, but Raze with the 3K, able to win it out and win back the advantage that BDE got from that pistol. What do you think about that?
I think the DD not really contesting much space over on A. I think they need to get more active with the Raze and Omen. You know, maybe get the Reyna on the line as well too. Caden
Mhm.
got the first pick on to C, and maybe they should have gone for a flank off of that. Just take some
Yeah.
more space. I'd love to see him get a little bit more proactive. It's like BDE
Yeah.
though. They want to shut down Caden, not knowing Caden won't even be on the C side. It'll be Natalie taking B.
My ultimate's not ready.
Popping the ult. First shot on the K-Fan, whiffs it. K-Fan gets the first blood now. C site is completely free. Caden, what do? Do you open door here? Raze taking on the space. Caden opens the door. Spots Flame, he's taken down. Flame with 2. It's now 2v5 Penguin and
planted.
Ramsey to do it all. What did you choose to say? It should be a insane. It's a clean 5v5.
Wow. Flawless.
Flawless.
What I mean, what a round as well, right? They move Caden off to that B side, trying to predict where K-Fan's gonna start lurking. But Natalie uses that Reyna ult, and it's just completely useless because she just gets gunned down at the start. And especially when you don't have Chamber with any sort of slows to stop that C hit, they're able to just easily get through that C site and just work the entire map. And as well, Flame with 2 nice picks. But it looks like for this round, they're going to go back to the tried and true, send 4C, but they are going to fake a dog through B, which I like a lot. You could see Emmy's kind of being held up here by that dog info being given over, and they're just going to clear out that C site, try to play for a full retake. Nice work on the side of K-Fan being aware of the Penguin lurk, so that smokes down. Are they still going to hit C? It looks like the answer is going to be no. Use that neon wall to try to mask some info and just go into C. But Rhymesy with a nice raise nade, able to stall out a bit. Rhymesy shooting out, but with just a bandit, what can he do? Stalled out with his team now, 4v3, but the weaker guns, weaker buy. It looks like, unless Natalie can make something crazy happen with this Marshall, it'll be nothing coming out of this round for DD. And Flame able to get the pick in heaven. Gonna get so much info off of that. Raze gets another on Natalie. Rhymesy gets 1. Rhymesy gets 2. But shut down. Not able to have the good enough weapons. And that'll be 4-1 for BDE now.
And DD still just getting punished by the lack of... I mean, they're getting proactive, but the lack of, like, coordinated proactivity.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything together. They're just taking these gunfights one by one, and K-Fan's killing them on the lurks.
Yeah.
Finally
I mean,
gets
big
his.
change up.
Yeah.
Right, last round, last map actually, Emmy able to just do that on B, and it worked really well. But now BD able to work it this time.
Games are getting posted up on the line. Looks like all 5 of BDEs want to go for this A hit. Ramsey alone. How much can you stall? Can you at least get 1? He has the showstopper.
Okay.
Yucky in the sight. Satchel in for his team. Raze caught off guard. Killed by the boombot. Yucky the whip! Showstopper coming out from Ramsey. Visol coming in. And they're pushing upstairs. Natalie, are you aware? Spray. 4v2 now. Penguin with the trade.
Planted.
Flame
gets
on
1.
the line here. Can you get 2? Oh, Flame,
gets-
go crazy.
Oh, Flame.
1v1 for the 4K. You know where he is.
6 bullets. Pops the fatal. Has the tag. He can use the dog. Full info now. Knows he's off bomb. With the eye and the tether. So much stall util.
Marked 1.
Hits the eye. Knows he's off now as well. Rhymesy has to tap. With the fade tether now. Play it slow. 5-1 coming up if Flame can win this. Rhymesy sticking. Sticking. Sticks half.
Oh my god!
Flame steps up when his team needs him and delivers the 5th round for BDE. What a round from Flame. Everybody collapsing. Raze and Yucky shut down by Rhymesy on site. Using the Visol as well, able to get no value. The entire site collapsing, but it's Flame who steps up, gets the trades, gets the picks, and able to close out in the clutch. 5-1 now for BDE, and it looks like they're going to switch up their setup. It'll be a tie from Flame onto A. Trying to take that info, it'll be huge as well, because DD has 3 stacked up on the A site. And they're going to, looks like they're going to posture over towards C. K-Fan looking to get 1. Shuts down Rhymesy on walkabouts. Can Caden get the trade back? No, Caden, 100 HP down from the wallbang headshot, having to invest that TP. Caden with no TP now. They're going to go back into Caden, though, interestingly. Kind of scared of what you could do on that C site with a shotgun and a dream. So backing away from Natalie. And it looks like they're going to go all the way back into A. I love this call, but they are going to have to be aware of this off, right? A offline, a very, very famous sort of spot. Are they going to be aware of Penguin? Looks like yes. Blueies gets Penguin down. Flame, the hero of the last round, shuts down that off. And Emmy gets one, but isn't able to do more. K-Fin with the trade. And it's all up to 229 in the 1v4. The hero of last map. Can Natalie win them this round? Making full noise as well. Have they heard it? Looks like yes. Paranoia used. Raze throwing a stun, throwing a dash. Raze shuts it down. 6-1 now for BDE. What do you think about that, Eli?
Insane round overall. Caden. I think Caden had multiple chances to win them the game right there, or win them the round, I mean. Just the shots not landing, shots not going through, though. I mean, DD need a big game player here. All of them were shooting on map 1, but it seems to have slowed down, and now BDE have all the momentum. They need a hero, they need somebody. Maybe Caden can step up, go to his map 1 for him. Or Natalie or Emmy. It looks like we want to go for a B push, but all 5 of BDE here. Going for C, contesting the space of Caden. Line coming in, Raze Caden, have to TP out. I'm just gonna run him down, hit it in the corner. Do they clear? Dog spotted, ult coming in. Finds Yucky, door open, they're all fighting door. Raze finds 2 with the judge. Blueies kills Raze. It's just Caden here to hold the site. Do they push into him? B's completely free. They're gonna go for Emmy instead on B. Caden finds 2 through the door. It's now 1v2. Blueies! Emmy with the shot. Take your time, Emmy. This is the round you guys need. Door broken. The fake out. Blueies. Known for his clutches. Can he give them a miracle?
Are they aware? Emmy's aware. Emmy with the Marshall no scope onto Bluey's head. Oh my lord. What a collapse from BDE there. They played so well on the crunch. 4-man into them. Everyone full paranoia. They played so well into that door fight to try to get space. But then after that, it just fell apart. They just let Caden get those picks. And the biggest thing was Caden last round, if you looked at where that TP was, Caden didn't put this TP in the backside where he did now. He put it forward. They knew they were going to go for that crunch. And even though that play didn't end up working out, because Caden's TP was so close, he could refight into that door and able to get those 3 picks that they really need to close out that round. Big work from Caden there. Now, it looks like it'll just be a P hit. They do have Penguin now, and the rotator coming over. Stalled out by that Omen Paranoia. What can they do? It'll all be up to K-Fan. Gets the opener on Rhymesy, and they'll be doing their classic, right? Going from C into B. What they've been doing almost the entire game, it feels like. What can Caden do? Take a piece. Caden gets one. Stunned up, though. Gets another in the stun. Gets a third! Caden is going nuclear right now. K-Fan gets another on the side of A. Emmy down. Flame lives. Maybe it's winnable. But Caden with 4. On for the ace. And looks like they have bomb. It'll all be up to K-Fan. Can he get 3? Caden's 1, though. Gets the first. Ace for ace. Can he get him? Caden with the ace. Shuts down the chances of BDE on this round.
Insane from Caden. What an ace. What an ace. He tanks the stun. Kills Yucky and Raze. And Blues.
And Raze in the dash, too.
Okay, so Caden. Must have heard my speech a second ago. He's been big in the last 2 rounds. Clawing their way back. BDE. Not feeling the pressure, though. They're going to keep going for their fast angles. 2 looking at B, potentially going for a B split here. Caden, will you get one? Yucky, caught off guard. Doggy in the tree, trying to fix some pressure. Ramsey wants to walk out here. Will you take the time? Find nothing. Caden on to Raze now. His 2 for the round. He's done all he's needed to do. Blueies Killing two though,
Blinding.
making the round very winnable.
Spike planted.
Blues with the 3K.
What shot?
Feeling confident. Still has the paranoia. Coming in. Unaware of his flank. Not knowing both Bravesy and Emmy are linked. He'll swing off the Flames contact.
One enemy remaining.
And they'll close it out to take a 7-3 lead. Caden trying
Nice
his
recovery.
best. But nonetheless, it amounts to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a nice recovery from BDE. What they do so well is just fighting together and letting KFed go for those lurks, and that's exactly what ends up working here. Just playing together, taking that space together, and Blueies with, I think, the most crucial 3K of this map. The Econ could have started to go snowball out of control, but they stifle it as well as getting the ult up on the side of BDE now. So Blueies with a very nice round. And it'll be all up to Caden now on this C site, having to invest that TP because of the Raise nade, but they do have 3, almost 4 posturing up. Yeah, they have 4 rotating over on the C. So, is BDE going to go to the classic C takeout C by popping that door, or will they try to take on this Penguin? It looks like they're not. Pop open the door this time. Is Caden going to go for an aggressive peek? If they can take the C mount space back, it'll be huge. They can get early rotates and maybe give Emmy the help that she'll need because she's about to go into 5 with an Odin. So if Emmy can get 1 or even 2 here, it'll be huge. Emmy, with the Neon Stun dash not really slow enough though. With the Odin, you know, it's so hard to have to deal with that. So not being able to get any. 5v4 now. Is Ray's aware? No, not aware of the Omen ult possibility. Penguin gets 1 indoor. Penguin gets 2 indoor, holding it down. Now it's up to Yucky. Yucky can get this one. It's huge. Right, opens up the site. Will they flood out though? Rhymesy on low HP. Doesn't want to take a duel. Kfen gets another one down. That's 229, the hero. Flame catches Yucky's back. And it'll be all up to Caden. With the op as well. Has a Vandal though. Doesn't want to go for it. It's fatal. Really showing Caden a lot of respect here. Using that fatal. Trying to find out. But that'll be Kfen. Shutting it down and sending BDE to 8.
I mean, I feel like if Emmy's going to be closed up on the Odin there, Penguin needs to give her a little bit of support. Or you just need to play the map completely differently. I don't like that Emmy's all alone with the Odin there. They're going to have to swing into you, and that's not a good angle you can get out of. You have to commit to that.
Yeah. And even the way that she was playing, you kind of saw Raze wasn't expecting it, but if you had a Vandal there, maybe you play that. But with the Odin, you're not really able to punish that because you just don't have the DPS.
Begins.
Seriously, they're posted up with the judge. They're holding across now. All 5 players of BDE here. Bluey's ulted in the tree. Good catch, Bluey's hands down, not ready. Ray's ulting now, 4v3, they have the site. Lysol coming in. Ray's gonna overheat into the spawn. A little whiffy. Finds Natalie though. And they converge on Penguin. Caden though, left in the clutch. You'll need a lot to win this round.
Aiden walking forward, Ray's low. If he can get one, it's possible, but it'll be Flame shutting it down again. 9-3.5 double duelist comp on BDE. Only need 4 now, but they do have a double duelist comp, right? And the double duelist on the other side is going to start working on this attack side. So we'll see. Maybe it'll end up being a 9-3 the other way. Perhaps go to OT, but it'll all be decided based on this first round, right? Pistols are huge, especially for getting that momentum. What did you see last half, Eli, that you thought led to this only getting 3 rounds on the side of DD?
It was definitely DD starting off slow from the pistol, and their lack of proactivity with each other. And I'm not seeing a lot of hope. I mean, BD, I'm pretty sure they have the highest pistol round win rate all time on the website. So it would mean a lot for DD to come in here and win this pistol. But they're gonna have to claw back. Maybe let Caden work up. Caden showing a little bit of momentum from the last half. He came alive when they needed him. Calling. Kfen Alone at the C site now. All 5 players of BD here. BD is coming to rotate though. They'll be able to flood out. Ramsey in the site. Giffen darted. He's not blind. We're not ready for it. Skin. Flame with the trade. Louis still on the site.
Yeah,
Give it
to
up.
give now though.
As long as they
One satchel.
good. Coming in, stun cover. Jaden gets hit with it. Now 3v2. And I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, Omen Blind just completely, Omen Smoke completely ruined them. Unable to see anything, had so many one-way angles, but with the pistols you can't really spray transfer, and it just leads to DD just taking the peaks and winning them. Very, very impressive stuff, and as Eli talked about, right, the pistol is so huge to get back into this BDE with a crazy pistol win rate, so we'll see. Maybe there can be a second round win here from the side of BDE, as there was last half. Maybe a collapse going on here, but it'll take a lot of work, and probably all have to come on the back of this K-Fan versus Emmy fight that'll end up happening here on the C site. K-Fan walking up, going very deep. If he gets this one's huge, but Emmy with the outlaw shuts down K-Fan's lurk. That should be the round, unless Yucky can go insane with the bandage here. Looks like they'll be aware of him. Wallbang gets one. Very nice shot. Flame gets another on Rhymesy. It is a 3v3. But no way to retrieve those guns. The key part about this, right? It looks like they're just going to back up, and the Marshall on this round as well, being one of the best guns you can have in a situation. One-shot body, everybody with that ridiculous fire rate. It should just be over, barring a crazy retake here from the side of BDE, because it looks like their rotates are just not going to be correct, because DD is going to head over to the C site here. Bluey's trying to catch them out here, to be fair, right? He's walking up, here's the chamber trip, chooses not to go for an Omen Smoke. He'll place that one correctly. Trying to do himself deny Natalie that angle, but
Spike
Ray from the
planted.
backside gets caught up on the outlaw. With Flame so low, it should be over.
Player standing.
Natalie with the Marshall gets one, and Flame 32 HP in a dream, one eye, classic, should just be over. There's no way he's going to be able to win this one, even if they're incredibly whiffy. And it looks like he'll just try to save here. Hope that someone gives him a shot. But that'll be round over. Flame just trying to die to bomb here. Maybe gonna take a peek out. And it's a whiff. Gets the judge, but no one's gonna give him any angles. Nice display from DD there. Knowing that giving any guns over here is going to be crucial for this third round and snowballing your lead into this.
Very good looks coming from Drive Bank up here. This is what they need. They're winning very convincingly now. Maybe they can break this momentum with the double duelist and the lurks engaging in the end. If they can win this round, they can start to snowball the half and maybe give us a little bit of hope and go back to their map 1 form. Going for a 4A. I mean, on the lurk to see again. Goes to up with the outlaw. They have Raze and Yucky here to hold the site down. Double duelist. I'm not sure. They don't have a lot of space to consider against double duelist. For granted, they can be coming in the stairs. Cut out. Raze walks out of the door, finds
my
two.
God!
Just doing anything just to get some kills. It just doesn't make sense. The collide, Natalie!
Oh!
Winnable. They still don't know where Emmy is. They still have that
Bombs
official
down.
feeling Emmy. Show positioning. Yucky doesn't get seen by the dart though. What can he do in this position? Natalie, we should be aware.
Last player
Giffen
standing.
takes her down,
Spike
and it's just
down
Emmy left
A.
with the outlaw. Yucky hit for 140. Raze run at the site. 3K from Raze. Very risky play to open the door and just run out, but you're playing to win right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it honestly might be optimal, right? You could see Penguin was backed up, aware of that circumstance that maybe there's a judge or shotgun sitting there because they were using that on their defense side, but just not backing up further enough, not giving respect to Raze and the gap closing that that Neon provides you. And it's going to give them that 10th round. And now this is the crucial round. If DD can win this one, they're back in the game. If they can't, their econ's broken. And that'll be almost guaranteeing a 5-12 on this side. So, three-man posturing up towards the C site on the side of DD, going to 3-1-1. Emmy again going for a lurk, but this time 229 joining her as well. They're going to move back into that C site. Looks like Rhymes is going to make some noise here, grab an orb, and then their plan might be to either use that 229 pressure to maybe B-split, or just straight up rotate back into A. Penguin going for a jump peek. Yucky head a bit torn off, only at 12 HP, probably from fighting that angle on B main. So we'll see. Looks like they're kind of just trying to wander around. I think B-split might be the answer here, but Emmy taken down by Kathan with that door open just through the smoke. So huge pick there. Now you don't have any info on the side of DD. That was the only initiator, and Raze with the Odin takes down 229 as well. And Yucky, aware that there could be someone there with the stun and the satchel, Yucky shuts down Caden at 12 HP. Now it's a 2v5. Rhymesy at 5 HP.
30 seconds
Penguin
left.
with a whole lot more and a very nice positioning, but they are aware of it is the issue, right? You could see Flame and Yucky both ready for a walk out from Penguin, flanking, and he finds it. Yucky tucking away. The money, very crucial, right? You don't want to give him an orb at this point,
standing.
or a kill. Take it. Shuts down. Blues on the other side, shuts down Rhymesy. 11-5 onto the side of BDE.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Yeah, I don't hate how DD played that round. They got up on the lurks, played with the door a lot. I like when teams just mess with the doors and gotta pull rotates, but it's just very unfortunate KFN gets the kill through the smoke on the enemy.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I think they should have committed to the B split a lot sooner.
I need to blow
Feels like they had
something
so
up.
much space on that B door side, but they just didn't choose to pull the trigger.
This is for 5B hit now. Wall's gonna be here to stall though.
Satchel out.
Satcheling and past it with the judge into upper now. I don't think they heard it though. 4 players in BD already here, 3 in A lake. Flood, Louis finds a kill on the Emmy. They're gonna be flooding out. Louis 2K. David finds another C lake, and it's just gonna be a domination.
Completely flooded on. Fighting faster than DD was even ready for. They had util out, still ready to try to stall the flood, but they just got caught out by fighting too quickly. Really nice rotates from BDE's side, being ready for just flooding out. And it looks like DD's gonna go on the A side here, just try to get something done, try to fight really fast together, but BD's gonna be on the other side. 3 people here ready to hold it down. You have the Raze, Leon, and Fade as well. The 3 characters that love to fight in this comp. So we'll see what happens here. Look at the Fade's position. If they don't clear this, it looks like 229's aware. Flame gets one still though. They can fight with Flame, which is huge. Flame gets jank through the wall. Raze gets his one with the Odin, fighting with Flame. Are they aware of the Caden off?
Down A.
Caden's whiffy, but he still gets Yucky, trying to save this map. It's a 1v2 right now. Caden on very low HP, 1v1. Caden gets one with the op. Is Bluey's going to throw this map by being a bit too aggressive against it off? It looks like yes, he will. Gives Caden the 3K, and that'll be Caden picking those up and giving his team a chance to get back with the comeback in this half.
Insane. I really like the rotations from BDE, but just got a little bit too greedy right there. Raze obviously old, and they kind of just give it to them. It was looking very good, and then they just kind of threw it around, but they can afford to do so. They still have the 6-12 lead, have a 6-round lead to play with. They can do whatever they need to close it out. I'm gonna switch up the setup a little bit. K-Pen starting on the B side, pushing out, but maybe it's the wrong read. Penguin caught out. Bluey's kills him. The double pusher from B. No smoke. Ult coming in. Flame, not looking, not aware.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, are they aware for this timing though?
Spike
Yucky.
down.
Caught off guard. Get Ramsey. Kills Raze too. The 3K. Bluey's and K-Fan all alone.
Bomb buddy out.
One
Separated.
enemy remaining.
Can't be caught out. It's just Bluey's now.
Man who does everything. Unable to bring them a 3K clutch. Now we'll go to 12-7. I'm not really concerned yet for the side of BDE because they still have the Raze, still the Vice, still the Fatals to work with, but I mean, C9 through with 5 ults on the board. This team definitely could as well. It is really, really possible, especially when you start letting the econ snowball on the side of the attackers here, and you start to lose a bunch of those rounds in a row. Your money starts to get low. I'd be careful. And looks like they're going to put K-Fan back onto the side of C, but play K-Fan on B. So letting Flame play that anchor here, interestingly enough, but give him some neutral to help him out. Perhaps because of the Fade Eye being there, they're trying to give him some help. Maybe be able to get some spams done. But they are going to rotate K-Fan back. So lots and lots of rotates, really over-rotating here, leaving Yucky on an island on A. And they have essentially 3 people ready to flood out B, which is how they won their last round to get them to 12. We'll see if that ends up being how they play this. And Hayden barely jumps in front of that smoke timing of his own teammate and gets caught out. Ramsey having to use that nade to try to get some space back. And they're going to have to clear out B. It's going to be a full reset at 50 seconds left. And if Yucky, with that Raze ult, can hold out and just stall a little bit of time, and Emmy's unable to get value here, then it could just be a win. The biggest thing will be not getting baited by the Sova drone. You know the Sova lurks all the time, but they're going to send 4 over to
30
C,
seconds
but
left.
Yucky staying disciplined, ready for a push. Penguin, Wingly open door. Opens door, Yucky pops ult instantly. I love this reaction. Can he get one? Yucky gets baited by Penguin's TP, but it's Raze going to take the duel. 14 seconds left. Gets 1, gets 2, closing out the map. Penguin backside gets 1. How much can he do?
So much
4
time left.
seconds.
That'll be the
Has to
round.
fight.
That's
Emmy
it.
with the lurk way too late. Solo not going to do anything. 13-7. It'll be BDE closing out map 2.
Same game and same game.
Bro, they All right, here on Ascent, third map of the upper grand finals. Whoever wins this is going to the finals. It looks like it'll be K-Fan ripping the head off of Natalie to start us out. Again, BDE with a disgusting pistol win rate, one of the highest in VCC history. So, showing kind of their prowess on why they're so good at it.
Found them.
Nice scan, and it looks like they're not going to break it. Giving over info that there are 3 on this B site. Nice shocks to stall, but nobody on site. So it looks like they're going to try to play a flood.
I have chucked that.
But K-Fan taking an aggressive peek here. He's going to get punched by Rhymesy, but Bluey's gets one. Yucky gets one. Emmy trades out both. Is Flame going to be able to catch this omen of Penguin lurking through? No. But are they going to be aware is the question. Pop the door, though. That's huge. Now, both flankers here of Flame and Raze going to have to go through B main because they are just cut off from everything else. DD, paranoid is someone on site, but they don't know that it's fully aware. Fully cleared for them to go take it.
Spike
What
planted.
util does DD have left? It looks like not much. And Emmy's going to go for a walk, but Raze is
Player
fully
standing.
aware. Just the timing is so unlucky. Raze with a molly and a flash to work for this round. Highest pistol win rate in VCC. They are looking at the wrong side. If Raze is aware, he sees it. Unable to get the kill, though. Throws the Phoenix Molly to try to force him out into his crosshair, but Emmy with a disgusting crossfire. It's just incredible. Wow.
Enemies close. Eyes up.
The 4K. I'm honestly surprised it went in the favor of BD there. I really like BD's setup. K-Fan, the push out be made with the flash coming in. And then they had a disgusting cross logs in the split out CP. But Emmy just putting it into her own hands and just locking in. Bringing them to their first pistol on Ascent. How do you feel about the comps on this map? Both sides using a Phoenix.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, you have the Phoenix, I think, is almost necessary at this point with how strong it is. It gives you that fighting power, which everybody in VCC kind of loves to play off of. But interesting that they go with the Vice, right? You don't really get a lot of wide map pressure. It's more of just controlled site anchoring versus the Cypher on the other side. So we'll see what if they could get that benefit out in attack side, because on defense rather, because on the attack side you don't really get much out of the Vice other than being able to hold like a little bit of B main space with the wall.
I actually don't mind the Vice pick for BD. On overall, I don't really like it, but for them specifically, it works very well with how they play. Not clearing Raze, and not over the corner.
But Emmy got 4 last round, able to dust it off hopefully and go into next. Unless Bluey's gets a crazy anchor job here. K-Fan couldn't get the timing of his life here. When is he gonna pull the trigger to go through? Looks like now, gets one. Bluey's gets the anchor kill on site 2. Up to Natalie. If she can get this one, it's incredible for them.
Last player standing.
But Flame trades out Penguin being so greedy. Natalie unable to get one on 35 HP. 2 shot to the body to anything. 14 seconds left. If they could just stall, they win the round. Natalie 9
10
HP.
seconds left.
It'll have to be a miracle from Natalie. Phantom out of their hand. Just going for the classic, and it'll be a thrifty for BDE. What a lockdown B flood just happened. Oh my god. Bluey's with the kill. Back sight is huge. Not clearing Raze. Another big mistake. And the crossfires that were set up just worked so well. K-Fan pushing out at the same time as Flame with on the back site, able to take that peek so they together kill Rhymesy on the Phoenix, pushing up really deep. The coordination levels on BDE right now are incredible, and that's what gives them this thrifty. Now it'll be Bluey's. Goes to the chalk. Standard chalk against the Cypher Trip. Does end up taking it out, so that'll be the flank watch down. And K-Fan with a quick little pick on D29. Able to shut that down, but looks like DD is already into the site. Yucky not get flashed, but giving up a lot of space. Bluey's going alone. Could be a
Spike
mistake.
planted.
But he gets one. Is he going to be aware of the second? I think now he is with the camp shot. But it looks like he's not conned it. Rhymesy down though. What can Caden do? The hero of last map made it close, but unable to get anything. And it's the Yucky closing it out with the 2 kills in B main.
And so far,
What do you think about that?
very well played from BDE. I mean, to be fair, it was just an window, so no, not much to complain on. I don't think. I really hope, or I mean, I really wish that BDE start doing something together. They're just getting pride on these solo peaks, like Natalie swinging solo cat, Emmy the round previously walking up cat alone on the buy. They need to start playing together here on Ascent, defaulting together a little bit more. Their B hits are fine usually because they're exits. Not
There's so
sure
much
actually.
power with that Phoenix, right? I mean, they're getting a lot of sight every time they try to exec. It's just the thing is they're not able to win the floods back after.
Let's see. Looks like they're gonna set up for an A split now, just going fast. Ramsey running it down into Tree Thorns here. The stall coming out. Nobody's pushed up A main yet. We're gonna have to pause for a second here, surely.
That's huge info with the drone. Spotted
Both coming
3.
in, raise. Demon Soul on Phoenix Soul, they both go. Raze might find one, no. Yucky on the flank! And K-Fan. Another one from the side. Raze find another, it's a 2v5 now.
Last player standing.
Penguin. Surely not. No, can't. These floods and these crunches are so well. The team fights, the chemistry is really showing. And the DD just the lack of coordination is really selling. This is definitely a team that they don't have many reps as a team together, constantly needing subs, and they're a very individual team even without the subs. They just have 5 people who just go off and do their own thing.
Yeah, but it works for them, right? Especially on that split side. That's kind of what ended up giving them a lot of their rounds, was Emmy playing solo, getting those kills. But now, when you don't get the kills going solo, what do you have? And one of them that splits, especially, was that it was Natalie and Penguin playing together on that mid so well. But now they have no set area that they've been playing together well on Lotus, and now even moving into Ascent, right? On the attack side, it's so hard to be able to do that when you're just not playing coordinated. I think last round especially, right? Nobody giving the calm to shoot that drone when it came out through mid. If they were able to take that one out, then no info being spotted, no crunch would have been gone onto that A split. Maybe they get around. Instead, now on a Nico, and it's K-Fan just farming them with the Outlaw. Able to get the second now on Emmy. And it looks like it'll just be Slaughter coming out from K-Fan, getting the third. Will they peek up again? K-Fan with the fourth. Nope, not going to get it. Penguin shuts him down, but it'll be raised for the quick little cleanup. Getting the 2, and getting his Phoenix Vault on to 4 orbs out of 6 on this eco, which is really, really big for them for this next round.
And everybody on BD is stepping so much in the eco. Started to go out of control. Penguin going to be calling a timeout for Giant Fan Club. They desperately need it. They are practically doing nothing. They die mid, and then they do nothing for the entire round, and all 4 of the people, once the lurk dies, just sit there and wait. They need to be more decisive with their hits and like go together. Right now, Caden 0-5, Natalie 1-5. The only 2 people on the team that are doing anything resembling shooting back is Emmy and Penguin. But Emmy's still riding on that 4K she got on pistol, hasn't done anything since. So the timeout, hopefully he can clear some comms and reset the mental a little bit, and so they can get back into this. Ascent attack is very difficult, but you need to string together some rounds here before it gets out of control.
I think, especially with the Soul Vault, right? You have an avenue where you can very easily play this round, right? Just go on B, hit a Sova ult, either on site or CT, use it for that flood maybe, if you get the space a little bit easier. But they need a set strat, because right now it looks like they're just taking peeks and nothing's working. And it looks like their strat's going to be, we're going to go 5B main, but this read from BDE is disgusting. 4-man on B, almost sent 5, but it's just going to be Yucky giving the Thorns over.
Get out of my way.
What will that shock do? It looks like they're going to stall out. Rhymesy having to be pushed way forward. K-Fan goes up to the updraft. Blueies gets another on Rhymesy. pushed away by that Phoenix Molly, forced very far forward where his team is not. Flame with the confidence through the roof, just gonna take a peek. Emmy gets one. Can't you get more? No. Bluey shuts her down. Penguin gets one back though on Bluey's. So it is gonna be a 2v3. Still very winnable, but it's K-Fan on the lurk. No Cypher trips now. Are they aware Penguin is? But it doesn't matter. K-Fan whips Penguin's head off. Raze shuts down Emmy, and it'll be 5-1 on the bye. And that'll shut down DD to an eco for the 3rd time this half.
What can you do if you're DD here? You're gonna run it back, go for the 5B, but that read from BDE. I mean, I'd imagine it was definitely called by Raze. I think Raze had something. Raze and Natalie have a history. And very readable coming from DD right there. They're gonna be walking into the Vice setup this time. Let's go for the 5B.
And K-Fan with the op now too. They're so confident in him taking these duels. Just holding that midline.
Ready.
Finds one through the smoke.
Spike down.
The ult coming in from Bluey's. Tags onto Ramsey. Finds him. Gonna be another tag onto 2 onto Caden and Emmy. Ross will likely be the round. Off posted up on the line blank. Yucky with the 3K. It's just Caden left again. Flame. Close it out. Let's get an eco. Nothing to really talk about, but their game plan, they just seem to be raged pushing, throwing these rounds away. There's really no rhyme or reason, no plan to what they're doing at all. No map space being taken, and also K-Fan's able to walk all the way up and spawn, and they can have wards on the B side to do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so... It's connected now, but the issue is, even though it's connected, you're just getting disconnected by the util. So even though you're taking those fights together, BD's util is just so good that you just get forced into taking these ones, which just don't work out because you're just not hitting. But Rhymesy, this time, gets the one. Will K-Fan get this pick on Emmy, though? It looks like... No! Emmy! Kneecap barely dodging the shot. And now that's be the Sentinel down. Caden pops the Cypher ult. Will they respect K-Fan's op? The answer is yes. Gonna back off all the way on B. And look at Raze's position. Raze is, if they're gonna win this round, it'll be off of the back of Raze. Because nobody else right now is in a position to win this. If Blues can give Raze a dart, doesn't have it to get spammed anyways. Raze gets one though. Trying to fight Penguin. Gets 2. Raze with space. K-Fan gives him the 1. No one now in A main that he has to contest. And it looks like he's aware of that fact. K-Fan going walkabouts. Gets 229 low. But it's not enough for the kill. Now Raze gonna have to do everything here. With the bomb down though. And a Phoenix Molly. Knows they have to push up into him. And with that door closed, he doesn't have to be as aware of the flank as well. Looks like he will be though. Being diligent. But the timing's going to be so off here. He's going to have to go back to the bomb. And it looks like it's not going to get punished. Emmy and 229, the two heroes of Split right now, are going to be the ones to try to win this round. Raze with a disgusting shot. Flash out. 229 kills Raze. The time wasn't there. If Raze just stalled, he would have won the round. But instead, it's stolen by 229.
Oh my god. Maybe that will get them back into the game. The clutch from 229 right there. Raze almost pulled a miracle round out of thin air. Holy, 4-stack coming up from B. K-Fan posted up mid with the op again. K-Fan, not a known opper, but today he decides to be one. Smoke coming on from bot mid. He'll dodge the drone. He'll take his timing. Ramsey might catch him though. Just walk into cat. Nothing spotted so far. They haven't seen Ramsey either. The timings!
Oh my god.
Finally, something happens. Emmy taken down by the op.
And that's the initiator down. They have no chances to go in.
Lumi gets a little antsy and just walks out. Taking some contact tree. They pop the thorns. Now smoke's gonna go down soon. K-Fan, can you find anything with this? They're gonna flash through it. Blind, all 4 of DD here. 9 aggro pushing. Finds the kill onto K-Fan. Yucky alone on the site now. How much can he do? Can he stall for this?
As the Vice ult, though, if he really wants to play this anchor, looks like he won't invest it, though. Want to go for one, won't get any,
30
though.
seconds left. Spike planted.
Just the Flame. Flame and Raze trying to go for a miracle here. Do have full health and a Phoenix ult. If they do want to invest it. Looks like no, though. They're just going to walk up. Just take these angles. Flame trying to push forward. Uses the Paranoia. Has a smoke down. Can they get these 2 on lane, though? Looks like Flame's able to get 1, but traded out by Rhymesy. Raze almost worked a miracle last round. Can he do it again? Pushing, but they're giving him nothing. Showing nothing for Raze, and it looks like he'll just have to back off and cut his losses. Already with the Phoenix ult, no point in trying to go for ecos. That'll be another DD round, starting to pull themselves back into this one. What do you like about DD's attack side there, Eli?
They used mid a lot more than they did in previous rounds. I mean, one thing with Descent is that you have to be taking mid control. And they were able just to bait out util and tree and then go for the 4-man push into market. And it's just really good utilization of how
Let's go.
slow the rotates are for the defenders compared to the mid for the attackers.
Yeah. And K-Fan looks like he'll drop the op this time. Gonna go for rifle and shuts Rhymesy down. That is why K-Fan is a rifle player. One of the best to do it in the league for a reason. Looks like he's gonna use that confidence to try to take on Penguin. Gets the chunk on him, but won't go for anything more. Or will he? Nope, just holding the space. Nice one-way coming out, denying Penguin that easy space. Penguin's gonna back off. Crazy timing by Caden there. Bluey's not spotting anything, but Caden doesn't take it. Just uses it to bait out the wall. And now it'll just be DD kind of forced in the same position again, right? This is what the issue is. Whenever they sort of lose a pick on the start of the round, they get antsy, they get disconnected. If they want to win this round, it'll have to be through connection, through hitting together. But look at where they're spaced. 40 seconds left on the clock, and 229 will definitely be able to make it back for the hit, but you can see K-Fan invest that Phoenix ult because he feels like
30
it's coming.
seconds left.
But with 229 getting that kill there, there's going to be not a lot of investment from the BDE side. Over onto the site, K-Fan gets 1 skill. Raze with the Phoenix ult, sorry. But K-Fan still on site, holding down with a little spam, gets 3rd. But Raze there for the 4th, and it is going to be a BDE win. Again, I pointed out, right? 229 way too far away for the hit. Because this disconnection is there, they just don't have any space to go into it. The Jet with the dash is the one that's supposed to be taking space, especially when your Phoenix is down. But when your Jet is lurking on B, when you have 30 seconds left, how are you meant to push through sight? You just can't. Especially into the Jet of K-Fan and the Phoenix of Raze. These two have been locking it down the entire series.
I'm just not a fan of these team rules that DD are having here. I do not like the 229 on the Jet at all. 229 is more of a solo player with the Reyna. Not a fast-paced entry player. And Caden, not a Cypher player. Maybe he plays it in ranked, I'm not sure, but as far as I'm concerned, not a Cypher player. K-Fan finds 2 though. Oh my god.
He will get punished. Doesn't see Penguin. Caden also gets 1 on Bluey's. Penguin also not aware, but Caden gets a 2nd. Caden gets the 3rd. 5 HP in a dream.
Caden posted up and
Look at this
spawned
timing. Look at this timing on A. Oh, and Raze finds out. Barely not able to get caught. But K-Fan gets a 3rd.
Spike planted. One
On for
enemy.
the
K-Fan
ace.
with the 4th.
He'll get it. K-Fan, 20 and 5 right now. He is having a map.
K-Fan with more kills
You should have seen your face.
than the bottom 4 players of DD combined.
Last round in the half.
What a map from K-Fan we're seeing right now. And it's all from that rifle, right? The op was was getting them good value, but when you put K-Fan on this rifle, he is a terror to have to deal with. Looks like they're going to be posturing in towards A on the side of DD here, but maybe splitting a bit towards mid. Omen on the B site here, interestingly enough. Flame taking the op because it's last round, right? You don't care about the money. And it'll be 229 with the opener. What is Flame going to do? Is he going to try something out of this? Lots of confidence. Misplaced, though. But K-Fan, again, able to trade that out. Pop the knives. Unable to get one. And forward back.
Life. Now just running away.
3 HP. And what a play that DD is making here, going into using that mid space. And is last round, so this should be a yuppie ult, I would hope. 229 gets the off, able to pop one. But it's just K-Fan on 3 HP, 3 targets to go. Can he do it? Dash pop, gets the space first, but on lane, Rhymesy's just gonna right-click, classic him to death. 4-8 on the side of DD with a comeback to make here.
Maybe on the defensive half, DD can start coming alive.
What do you like about this DD comp, with the Cypher especially instead of the Vice being the only difference here?
The Cypher being here allows for a much more info, like just entirely around the map. Maybe if he places the cam early onto the window, which I'd like to see him do, can allow the rotators to be here quicker.
This is a nice one.
And then it just opens up so much more of the map. And it allows for the aim fights.
This goes here.
But
Yeah.
Caden being on the Cypher, I don't know if I like that. It's like BDE, we just want to go for the higher A rates. Nothing or a B hit, I mean nothing but the B hit. Caden sitting in his cage, got some timing, whips! Yucky kills him. They have the site
That's huge.
completely free now. Maybe that's one of the drawbacks not having Vice, and it's harder to hold the site. But Caden all alone there.
Rhymesy tried to help him out with the Phoenix volley there, but it just wasn't enough. They just went through it.
Caden peeking a little bit too much maybe. Potentially hurt them, but still a 4v2 here. With Natalie 1 HP, Yucky finds Stu. Finds the kill into Natalie. Ace Penguin left.
Flame tries to go for the knife.
Pistol.
The
Flame.
disrespect being shown here.
They don't care. They're just going for anything.
And the pistol team, right? We talked about it. One of the best win rates of pistols in GCC history, able to grab another one on attack. I mean, 9-4 right now as well. And if you get the attack pistol on Ascent too, you can see they're trying to force up some buys here. Natalie, at least, buying up to nothing. So, gonna try to contest this round and send it on this round specifically. Solid buy on the side of the defenders here, but again, they did lose pistol, so not that much money to work with. Raze unable to spot 229. He can hit the headshot. It'll be huge. Raze gets one. Now aware of the push. Throws the flash. How many does he get here? Able to get out, actually, but he goes back for more. Tries to bait it, but Rhymesy's aware. And Yucky down as well to Rhymesy. That's 2. Rhymesy gets the orb as well. So that's huge for his Phoenix ult cycle starting to come up. And it's miscalculated.
Oh my god.
The A fight works wonders. And buying the Marshall, BDE so confident that DD just won't buy into this round. And it's incorrect. The Marshall, the only time you ever go for that purchase is if you're so sure that they're not going to buy up on the next pistol. But they do. If they have the Outlaw, maybe it was possible to win the round, but instead it comes down to Flame, and they just get rolled over on the anchor, unable to do anything. Gamble pays off, and that's DD back in the game now.
It's looking much more winnable, especially with Penguin locking in, starting something. maybe they can start clawing back round by round. Caveman's starting to slip a little bit. He's not 2-3 ever since we mentioned him being 20-5. And it's really just him. If DD can start to capitalize on the lack of performance from everybody else on the team, then things could definitely change course very drastically here. But it would take a lot. The pistol, or not the pistol, the eco, might not be enough. But we'll see. Natalie with the outlaw purchase, holding this A ahead in line. It would be BDE going for 5 on the attack 7A. They're just running it down. Natalie finds the first. Onto K-Fan. That should seal the round if I'm being honest, but maybe somebody can do something. Flash coming from this, dodges it. Natalie finds the second. Now 5v3. Penguin will kill the flame as well. Bluey's shock randomly hitting. I don't know where that came from. But they have the bomb now. It's a 4v2, low weaponry, just the stinger on Bluey's. Best case scenario, he can maybe get one. Oh, nice. No, can't even do that, and it's now just Flame. But they're aware of Raze here mid. They know this is possible. Any timing may be found. They just catch Enemy. The money is there though, so not all bad. Natalie, the 3K with the outlaw, very goodbye. You love to see the outlaw using these type of rounds.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out
Should
of here.
not
Picking
work
up the Bulldog
here,
as well into this round. So drops the outlaw in favor of the Bulldog, interestingly enough. Trying to go for a buy that maybe is a lot better for this full buy because everybody on the BDE side is probably going to buy full armor. So we'll see. Looking like they're going to go for a 5-man A hit. You have the Cypher on B site, and it looks like it's the correct call, right? You can see it, both duelists on B site as well with the Cypher. Very, very overloaded on that side. And it'll, unless Penguin can hold this site down, it'll likely be just a reflood back in. Penguin throws Paranoia though. It does see K-Fan. Paranoia on the other side hits as well though. Flame, nice util, and that'll be Raze taking out Penguin. Flame going through Lucky Bouts. Did he get one? Floored. Natalie down low. Not do anything. But K-Fan gets the kill. So Flame's death not in vain. Able to get the trade out there. And with door closed, passing through heaven, K-Fan going for the peak. Is going to get caught and spammed as well with the tag on the Silver Dart. Kaden gets 2, but it's only the Phoenix ult. Rhymesy choosing not to invest the Phoenix ult in this one. And they just don't clear Yucky. The anchor for this team, the man who's been solid all throughout today, shuts down the retake, the crucial moment that could have brought DD back into this map. Shut down by Yucky, not clearing hell.
DD lost to do here. They're not playing together at all on defense, and these setups are, quite frankly, just not good. And BDE are just taking full advantage of that and just abusing this A site. Maybe reading that they're going to have to start stacking it. They're going to go for a little default and just test out the tempo of the map and see what they can do here.
Nice little trap play they tried to go for there, but the dart was off. You can see Rhymesy was holding the Phoenix Molly for the orb tap, but the dart didn't scan anything. So Yucky able to take a lot of that space. It goes in anyways. Looks like disconnected comms there. Just to get one. No, and that's huge for this round. It looks like barring Flame, getting 2 here. Oh, Bluey's gets another though. That opens up the A site for them, and that'll be an Omen ult invested. Waits for Raze to go through, but the Omen ult is down. So Flame very disconnected from his team here, and Raze gets caught out. Pops the Phoenix ult as well. Bluey's gets him though. Bluey's gonna have to take his aggressive peek here if he wants to win this round. It looks like DD's aware of it as well. With the shorty unable to find it though.
Down A.
And it'll just be up to Flame. If that Omen ult went through, maybe it's a different story. Able to fight together on site, but instead, Omen ult down, not able to do anything.
30 seconds left.
And it'll just be Flame falling.
A little bit better, more proactivity going on with the A trap. And Natalie finding that crucial kill from True onto the A there. So I'm not sure what the game plan for BDE was there. I think they wanted a fake B, But K-Fan getting caught while the smokes were down, and he just ran in there. I'm not sure what the plan was. But nonetheless, giving a round to BD, they're starting to come alive here. Caden swapping over to the A site. Ramsey's going to be fighting with his B main space. If you can kill K-Fan or Raze, I'm feeling good about this. He'll back up off the angle. Not willing to contest this. No, he's not done yet. He can plunge one through the smoke. Get out with your life, man. It's not worth it. Your wall. Going down numbers, though. That's huge. Smokes are down from Caden. Out peeking out Cat. You might hear some of the rotates if they come through A. One spots. They know the attackers are hitting A site, but what can Raze do on this lurk? Finds Ramsey as well. The ult coming through from Caden finds Natalie through the door. K-Fan kills him after the ult hitting. Natalie lifts the knives. It's not 40. Still going for it. Now low, Kevin. 16 minutes left.
One enemy remaining.
Now 4v1, just Natalie left. Be taken down, just simple like that. K-Fan 25 and 11. Still has more than the 2 top frags on BD combined.
Wow.
Really,
Hey, what do you even do? It's just so well played from BDE, right? Every single time BD wants to take a peek, there's just someone in their back. Raze, getting that opener there is huge, but even the mid control, right? They're just leaving an insert every time, and DD's not ready for it. Emmy dropping as well. Caden able to still get one, but then even then he gets dropped. If Caden doesn't die there, maybe it's a different story. You can try to retake together, but instead the round just goes over to BDE. And it looks like Rhymesey's going to go aggressive here. Wants to deny everything, but with the Guardian gets the spam. The gun, meant for precision, ends up getting lucky with it. Can they convert the luck into a round, though? That is the question here. Caden sitting in mid with the Odin. Trying, looks like he's going to try to go for the spam onto Cat, but nobody's going to give it to him. Flame going up B site, so they're trying to go for 2-2, trying to just get a pick here, see where they want to end up. Emmy, all up curve. If Yucky can be aware of this angle, then maybe that just opens the round up, right? You can see she's on an island, but Yucky's not aware. But Flame still gets one on the other side. Looks like it'll be a committal onto B. Raze gets one, but Rhymesey trades back on the Blueies. That is bombed down now. Are they aware of Flame's position? No! Rhymesey just takes a peek. Is he aware of Penguin, though, on logs? Looks like he's going to go into market, dodge him a bit. Is Raze going to get caught out by this? No, he puts the wall up, and he gets him anyways, unaware, but Penguin just whiffs for half a second, and that's all Raze needs. But killed by the Soul Bolt. What a shot by Emmy. But the Paranoia doesn't hit. Emmy knows. What? And it's a clutch from Emmy. 3 on the round to save DD and keep off the 12th round from BDE.
Astonishing. If you take a look at the scoreboard here, I just found this out. I'm shocked. They might have 8 rounds, 19 round game, but all of BD are still negative. Somehow, they're getting saved by these hero plays, these heroics coming in. They need them still to get the 3-round deficit. And DD,
Come into the unknown.
I've been liking their defense play a little bit better since after Pistol. But BD going for the 5-man A hit again, these simple plays. Ramsey going for the Phoenix trap. He'll catch none! And Emmy just killing K-Fan. Even though it might be a 4v3, K-Fan is dead. There's always hope. If Natalie can catch one, swinging on the time, and finds Yucky, dashes out, gets away.
Spike down A.
Fine, not the best though. Race with the whiff. It's just Caden left. Lots to do. I would not count him out though.
Spike
Coming in,
planted.
Louis and Flame. These are not the 2 you want alive for the clutch.
Especially against Caden. Clutch of monster unloaded.
Shot
With a shot!
Louis. Caden!
Paranoia, though. He's full blind.
Flame,
Why
what are you
Flame
doing?
TPing? Why is Flame TPing? 2 rounds thrown by Flame. Caden with the 3K. Back-to-back clutches on the side of DD. Come off the back of Flame throwing the round away with the TPs. Doing way too much.
Oh my god. Flame, gold, you can't fault him for that, but still. Surely we just take the fight both times. These TPs are costing them so much, and now DD feeling the momentum. The vibes must be up, and now BDE on a half buy. If they lose this, they're going into it. They're actually forcing. If they lose this, it could snowball out. If they get ecos
Scanning ahead.
here. Natalie dashes out, takes a peek at the outlaw. Caven finds a kill onto Emmy though. That's a good first blood. They need that desperately. If they lose this round, lots could go bad.
Look at the map control. Forcing that to rotate. Blues gets Natalie.
Swings while darted for some reason. Caden kills Raze though. Caden on the site anchor. Classic out. There's two pushes. Yucky finds the kill. The K-Fen on the long flank in their spawner.
Spike planted.
They wear that Penguin's main. Yes, they are.
Look at the info K-Fed's giving, though, right? They know that these guys have to be in the market right now, or Flame. And gets two. Can the clutch come for DD? Trying to pull this map back round by round to come off the backups of clutches. Penguin gets started, though. The spam will be enough. 12th round on the board for BDE.
Must win round right there. If that went to the side of DD, BD would be in a terrible position right now. But the heroics coming from K-Fen. Finds the first kill to Emmy. Emmy not playing it safe. I'm not sure what that was. Flame calling the timeout though. Trying to rally the
Flame
troops
calling
back.
the timeout, interestingly enough, right? It's the side of BDE that wants to slow it down for a second, give themselves some rest, think about what they've been doing. And I think it's fair, right? Even last round, Penguin didn't get the clutch, but if it was someone else in that position that's
is
been
dead.
going
There's always
crazy all
hope.
series,
That
maybe
is
an
the
Emmy,
last one.
maybe
Flame
Caden, right?
Finds
That could have
dashes
very
out, gets
easily
away.
been K-Fan's head popped off and a clutch happening there. But instead, able to starve it off. So I think it makes sense for them to want to pause here.
Definitely.
I mean, BDE should win this round. I mean, looking at DD's guns compared to BDE, I mean, BDE should just have a huge blowout in this round and just win it and go to the championship.
Especially with the ult cycles on. They have 4 right now. They have 4 ults ready to be used. To be fair, one of them is a nominal, one of them is knives. So those probably aren't going to get used this round, but you still have a Visal and a Silver ult to set yourself up. On the other side, all they have is that Phoenix ult. So if you're able to figure out how to bait out some of this util, play it a little bit slow, and then exec with that Visal, that's probably what I'd be looking for. But instead, BD's going to hunt towards mid and maybe go for a full A-pin. Switching up the setup completely on the side of DD, but it's fruitless. Raze will hear all of that pressure on them. The Caden catches the carry from the side of BDE. Gets the second on Yucky. That's 2 ults now out of the round. And Flame also at 1 HP.
But look at Ramsey in the spawn. We'll catch Blueies.
Going up.
Just Flame and Raze left.
Yeah, and it looks almost unwinnable. If they can get this kill on Ramsey without losing Flame, perhaps there's a chance.
Raze almost
But-
Molly's Flame.
It all comes down to being aware of this. Are they
Standing.
jumping up?
Spike down. Attacker
Flame
spawn.
jumps. Did he accidentally press scroll wheel? Does he have it as jump?
Maybe because there's no way that you can win this round if you're not just trying to live there. But now Raze peeking into them. Gets one. Will he be aware of the second? No, not aware enough. Penguin gets him this time.
Again, a
Well.
much needed round from BD right there. Forcing. And they'll be sending BD onto an eco. 5 ults though. It seems like they'll just save this one and go for the 5 ult hit. I mean, that's really all you can do. The only hope you have for DD is if Emmy can stack up on orbs, and you have the solo going in the very next round. But
And especially, you don't want to be using ults this round, right? You
Yeah.
have to be able to be aware of this situation. Last map specifically, they were burning ult on rounds that were just ecos, and there's just no reason to do that. You're just wasting your firepower. K-Fan pulls up the knives this one, though. We'll see if he can make something happen. Paranoia comes out. K-Fin just goes over the top, though. Into sight. Kid just guns him down.
Spike down,
K-Fin with
B.
one. Raise this one back with the molly. Gets the Phoenix ult. So the Phoenix ult out. That's already huge, but they're not aware of Penguin. So Penguin gets the kill on K-Fan. Likely ends the round. It looks like they're aware of exactly where Flame is. And this round is all but over. It looks like we're going 11-12.
Ult coming in from Ramsey though. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, we talked about it just before the round started. Just being so eager on these ults for no reason. Very trigger happy. Now you don't have it for the most crucial round of the game.
New tactics, keep it fresh, yeah?
You could very easily see just a complete one-sided domination for the last round of the game. BD on match point, they're just gonna go for a 5B hit. They're not scared. They're not feeling the pressure at all. They're just gonna run it down.
And DT doing the complete opposite. I don't like this overloading they're doing. This is something they've pulled out before as well on defender sided on defense. And it's worked out once. But sending both duelists with your Cypher is just so much fighting potential that you just don't need it together. Hayden's been playing very well on this anchor position. And now you've taken out one of his best qualities. And now sent potentially a 5v5 retake where with the Phoenix ult that Raze has, now it's a 4v5 retake to win you the map. And Raze with the Phoenix wall as well. Hayden low, so you can't walk through this. Lovely stalling util. I love the layering they're doing here. And yeah, with the Soul Bolt as well, everybody's coming out through one angle. That should get so much value. K-Fan getting one. Raze with the last one.
Raze with the 3.
Attackers win.
Raze with the 3, and that will be a 13-11.
What's gonna happen any other way?
And it's just so well played, the layering of util at the end. But I just think if DD was a little bit less disconnected, maybe they take this entire series in 2-0.